This game. This game. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Having a good day. I know it's a little late tonight, but hope you guys were able to make time out of your busy days, busy nights, to come and chill and enjoy a nice little live stream from Prodigy. What's good, Ruth? What's good, Gogeta? What's good, chillin'? OMG, KH Rhythm Game? Yeah, the KH Rhythm Game, right? You guys remember this game? Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory? Well, this game came out last year. The 1 year anniversary for Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory had just recently passed. That is loud. Oh my gosh, your beloved is loud. Probably not loud for you guys. It's loud for me, though. My headphones are just blasting this. I love it, though. But this game, remember how hyped we were for this game? I love this game. I honestly do. I think this is a very fun release for the Kingdom Hearts series. It's hard to rank it among other Kingdom Hearts games, of course. I know some people who do have this as like one of their favorite games because they've always dreamed of a Kingdom Hearts rhythm game. This was a dream game for a lot of people, for a lot of rhythm game fans. But I feel like this game could have done a lot better in a lot of ways. And I've been very vocal about this before, but there's just a lot of things. But today I just wanted to play it, have fun, chill. We're not going to be too negative. We're not going to be too uptight about it. We definitely will be a little bit, not too much though. But this game's cool. Like, I like this game. I like the world tour. I like the story mode. I like the selection of songs that it has. I wish versus battles was a little better though, for sure. And I want to see some right quick. I don't think we've played this game in months. I don't think we've even tried doing versus battle in months. We were going really hard versus battle when the game first came out, but let me see. You see how many people we fought in here, guys? We fought so many. Dang, wait. Was that the last person I fought? Jeez, that's the last new person I fought. We haven't fought anyone in this game since the end of July. And it's now almost the end of the year. That's insane. I don't feel like it's been that long. I suppose it has. Wait, you can see people's playtime through this. Oh my gosh. Yo, Pink Blue, whoever Pink Blue is, you have almost 500 hours of Melody of Memory? 500 hours? That's insane. How many hours do I have in this game? Can I check that? Let me see. How many hours do I have? Or if any of you in chat have fought me by chance, tell me how many hours I have. Wait, I could probably see it under my profile, right? Or in museum. Records. That was good, Data Goose. Playtime. I only have 80 hours in this game. I don't have that many hours. Only 80. Only 80. That's very low compared to other Kingdom Hearts games. Very low. Like, other KH games is like, it's probably hundreds to thousands for each of them. So. Spent almost 40 hours in versus battles. Only did World Tour once. And these are some of our other feats. Dang, we've only gotten half of the feats. Most played songs. Why is Dark Domination in second place and I still haven't full chained it or anything? That's crazy to me. Yo, Bryce, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you. Why is Dark Domination our second most played song? This is literally only because you guys kept spamming this song against me whenever I would, no, wait. I don't think this counts online. You're right. This can't count online. There's no way this counts online. Because, let's see. If I have almost 40 hours in versus battle, I 90% of the time do Rustling Forest. Yeah, it has to be. Okay, yeah, it must not count that. That's insane, though. I wonder if my hours are real there, too. Well, I might have more hours than that, because I have played this frequently on some other accounts and stuff, like when I go and play with my brother or something. Okay. So it might be, my hours might be closer to 100, but still, not that many. But let's test out something right quick. Let's see if we can just hop online and just find a match. We're gonna take off the 3D team, Riku and his imaginary friends. We're gonna go to the the best team in the world, the Days team. Best trio. All right, guys. I want you. I mean, we're gonna do the normal setup we have. Proud, tricks on. Let's see if we find anyone. And if we do find someone, it's probably someone in the chat. But let's just see if we find anyone. Let's see what's the poll in chat. Do you guys think we're gonna find anybody? I'll give it a minute. I'll give it 1 to 2 minutes. Let's see if anyone's still actively playing this game, or is it dead? Yeah, I'd say Melody of Memory is probably the fastest game to beat. I don't think we're going to find anyone. Unfortunate. Game's dead. We're going to have to revive the scene. Do you guys want us to revive the Melody of Memory Online scene? We might be able to. I remember a lot of people were playing this when we were streaming it, when the game first came out. Maybe we could get that to happen again. If we lose the Omi sea salt ice cream. I can't do bets like that. Not yet. But today I was just going to have fun on some songs. It's unfortunate too, because one reason I don't do content on this game as much, as you guys can imagine, this is a game completely centered around Square Enix and Disney music. Two of some of the most aggravating companies to deal with when it comes to copyright. That's why I'm even just scrolling through this. I mean, I'm scrolling through this because, I mean, I could talk over and I won't get copyright, not that song. But, let's pick an uncopyrighted song to talk over. That one. There we go. But a lot of these songs, there's a lot of copyright bots on YouTube in the Kingdom Hearts community. They're annoying to deal with. You can appeal a lot of them, but they're generally just frustrating, annoying, inconveniences. So that's a decent reason as to why I don't always stream this game as much as I would. Usually when I stream this game, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna get copyrighted. Like, I already know this stream's gonna get striked or copyright or something. Not striked, but copyright claimed. It's whatever. It happens. We're cool with it. But that's one reason. Another is there are some songs that are genuinely just like hard copyright. Like, there's so many Disney songs in here. I would love to just sit down and just play, right? But I will get destroyed if I sit here and do the theater for A Whole New World or Circle of Life. I'm getting destroyed completely. But the game's still fun. Like, the game is so fun. I love this. I think my favorite songs, I like the field tracks a lot, but I love the theater songs. They're so fun to do. Let's do Traverse Town though. For real, copyright in cage is so annoying, right? Yeah, this game's a year old. I'm playing this on PS4. I'm probably going to get this on PC soon, and we'll probably do a playthrough of this on PC soon, but I can't tell you when. Oh my gosh, this is loud. Tell me if it's tell me how the audio sounds, by the way. Want me to turn up the volume? Alright. Put it up like... I'll put it up to 8. Alright, there we go. I really do like this game a lot, though. I know I keep saying that, but I really do like it. And, like, there is, dang, it's so hard to commentate while playing this, but I'm still not good enough at this game to commentate while playing it. I'll try though. But there's a lot of friends I have on Twitter who like are crazy like about this game, and they like love it. Lyman is a good example, a person who was recently in our Sora Invitational, who I want to do like more content stuff with. I would love to like hang out with them more, but like Lyman, for example, who does melody and memory mods. We also have Violent Gamer as well, who I think they were working on like a critical mode mod for this game. Them and someone else, and they were doing like really good with it. Like melody and memory mods, like people with custom tracks and stuff, they're able to do it, and they're doing really good with that stuff. Like it all looks super interesting. I'm gonna show some of it to you guys in this stream, a matter of fact. How do you guys feel about this game in chat though? And like, how do you guys feel about the game a year later? Alright, there we go. I think I got a full chain off of that. Nice, nice. See, look, I'm not that bad at rhythm game. Though I'm not good enough to do performer mode in this game. Performer mode is, that's the mode that all the pro rhythm game players do on melody and memory. I'm not that good yet. We're taking baby steps. A year into the game, we're still taking baby steps. But we got the full chain on at Traverse Town. I never went on my way to get a full chain on this song. At least not in non-single player mode or in the track selection. Really like it. KH has an amazing soundtrack, and they finally made a game letting us play and listen to the best hits. A real shame they don't put any Dearly Beloved or the lyric songs. Right? This game has no Dearly Beloved. We do have some of the we do have Simple and Clean and Sanctuary, but we don't have Face My Fears. This game has a severe lack of KH3 tracks, which I understand why, because this game was in development before KH3. So they were mostly going off of that, but they did put a couple in last minute. Though I think it would have been worth it to update the game with more KH3 stuff. Like, this really does feel like a Kingdom Hearts game they kind of just threw out there. And like, aside from the remixes, most Kingdom Hearts games have a lot of like love and genuine care put into them, and I would say this one is among those as well. But I wish it got just more support, more updates, more content in general. Like, I think it shouldn't be a bad thing to give a rhythm game more content, whether it's free DLC. I would have paid for more KH3 stuff. I'm willing to. I'm a big enough KH fan. I'm a big enough, I guess, consumer to the point where I would pay for more KH3 songs in this game. I would even pay for more teams in this game. There's a lot I would probably pay for. I would add to content-wise and would be willing to support Square Enix with. But they just didn't do it. They just did this and moved right along to the next Kingdom Hearts game, and it is unfortunate to a large degree, I would say, because this game really could have benefited from some updates. And the big thing that I've talked about a lot that they just didn't add, I would say, is online. This song hits. That's one thing I really love about these rhythm games. It makes you appreciate the music for these franchises way more. Oh, I missed. That song's hard. That song's a little hard for me. Union Cross tracks would have been cool, to be honest, even though a lot of Union Cross music comes from other games. But there's a few original tracks in that game. Yeah, it would have been nice to have some stuff. I would mainly say the main Union Cross track I would have went. I would have loved Cases of the Foretellers, and I would have loved to have had the Union Cross Dearly Beloved. I think that would have been perfect, like just perfect. All right, I forgot. Yeah, we did full chain on all of Days' songs. I went on my way. I did all excellence on all the Chain of Memories songs in the game, which I don't normally go on my way and do stuff like that, but I went and did that. I really do, because you guys know how I am. I have a big thing where I want to show love to all the KH games. Like, that's part of the reasons I love doing like the Ultimania videos or the older interviews and stuff, because it puts focus and you see a lot of like nice love and support and insight into like these other Kingdom Hearts games that I love, whether it's KH3, 2, Melody of Memory, Birth by Sleep, Days, etc. And I haven't quite figured out what I want to do content-wise for this one, how exactly I would do it. I should just stream it more. Streaming could be enough, but I do want to figure out how I want to make more videos about this. And it sucks, because a lot of the ideas I had to do for this game prior to it releasing, when I heard that the game was going to have online, I really wanted to do a lot of like versus battle stuff, and we did a lot of videos on versus battles. You guys remember earlier this year, we did many videos with friends like the Frozen Cavern. We did stuff with BioRoxas. Outside of live streaming, I did some versus battles with 13th Vessel. And I would love to do more stuff like that with other YouTubers, but it's hard because the only reason we were able to do those to begin with was because we had to get lucky to queue together in the first place. But when the game first came out, we were willing to go out of our way and do that. But nowadays, it's a little annoying. It will technically be easier. The online is super dead, so it would be easier to do it now than it would have been back then when it was more active. But it's still just a annoyance, a slight annoyance, not even slight, it's a big annoyance that makes me not want to hop on this game and just be like, hey, want to, play together? Because who knows if we'll queue together, who knows if we'll really queue together, and it sucks having to ask a friend, hey, 3, 2, 1, seek opponents. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't like doing that stuff with fighting games. I don't have to most of the time, but I want to do that stuff with fighting games or any sort of multiplayer game. You want to just be able to invite people. So I think this game should have had an invite function. Maybe not lobbies, maybe not some like 8-12 person battle royale thing, but it could have at least had a 1v1 invite. That would have been enough. That would have been more than enough to make things, I guess, a lot more playable in the online environment. Do you guys like agree with that? Is that like I don't know, do you guys think that's a weird take or anything? I just want your genuine thoughts. I gotta get back into this game even though I beat the story mode. I beat the story mode in one live stream, and most of the content I've done on it since was just versus battles, online stuff. Like, look at this. Like, the online's super dead. Like, look, if one of you hopped on Melody of Memory right now, you could probably queue with me. And that was a fun time I was having with the game. I had a lot of fun fighting viewers, and we did a lot of viewer battles and stuff, which I love that. Like, I want to have that experience again in a Kingdom Hearts game. Like, preferably not just a rhythm game, but it's nice to even have that. Like, it opened up the thought process of what it would be like to have, like, a fighting game or any other sort of multiplayer game for Kingdom Hearts where we could do stuff like this, fight each other. That's cool. Like, having some of you guys in chat come in here and battle and just do stuff. Like, that's awesome. Let's see if we find a match if we change our settings. Let's see. I prefer Tricks on because I think Tricks makes things interesting, and it is fair. Oh, we found someone pretty fast. All right, yo, what's good? All right, we gotta do the thing. My friends are my power. Come on, do it. Let's do our. You guys annoy me when you do this. Y'all annoy me when you do this to me. What is this on? Is this on beginner? This standard? I can't tell what this is on. I don't know the colors. All I know is Proud is orange. Oh, this is standard. Okay. Okay, one other random thing to mention, I would say, is, I'm not gonna lie. Viewer battles can be a little scary on stream, too, because since it's random what songs are picked, a lot of you guys have trolled in the past and picked copyrighted music, which I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty hilarious. It's very hilarious. But, on my end, that's like, I don't know, that's like punching me in the face. Never done standard Night of Fate. I don't know if this has tricks on or not. I don't think it does. I wouldn't say I was a wash, but it was a wash. I think we almost got all excellence. I think we got like, what, 2-3 goods there? Yeah, I think tricks are the most fun myself. What do you guys think, though? Let's do a poll in chat. Let's see. Tricks or no tricks? I just want a Kingdom Hearts experience with good multiplayer, right? That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Like, it never crossed my mind. It was never even an option, a possibility to me that I would play a Kingdom Hearts game that had multiplayer and didn't have any sort of invite function. It didn't cross my mind that this game wouldn't have an invite function. I never thought. I just want to pick random, so This game is better than Kingdom Hearts 1 and Dream Drop Distance. I don't know about all that, but it's cool if there's people that think that. Like, it is cool if there's people that think that. I don't agree, but it's really cool that people think that. Now this song hits. This song hits. Why easy? I don't know. That's just what the person I'm fighting has on. I have mine on any. Not gonna lie, standard isn't that bad, but it's a lot more methodical. I think it's definitely easier to deal with. But it kind of messes me up a little bit. I don't know what it is. It's like, cause when you're doing a rhythm game, you're like listening to the beat a lot, right? And I'm talking over it too, but you're listening to the beat, the rhythm, and it messes with your timing a little bit when like you have to kind of skip notes and stuff because you're on a lower difficulty to make it easier for others. Like there will be like a decent bit more Dream Eaters here if this was on Proud, or a lot more inputs if this was on Performer mode. I almost missed that. Alright, let's pull ahead. Let's not lose on standard. Like, this is messing with me a lot. Am I ahead? Yeah, I am. Alright, we gotta get rid of these goods, though. The curse of the goods. Strike again. Rainbow excellence only. Was that a full chain? I think that was a full chain. Hey, yo, what's good, Hans? How's it going? If I'm saying your name right. I hope I'm saying your name right. Ever seen Tron Uprising? Nah, I haven't seen Tron Uprising. Yeah, beginner? I played a couple of beginner modes in this game. It is so slow. It is disgustingly slow. I got 11 because if they didn't miss, they probably would have won. Not even probably, they would have won, statistically speaking. I'll never forget the day. One of my most fondest memories in Melody of Memory is when Cavern whipped me so bad that he actually suffered himself, because at first when the game first came out, if you guys don't know, the way the ratings were way more strict. Like, you cannot queue with anyone who wasn't within like 200 to 300 like of your rating, points of your rating. So Cavern, he whooped me so bad, he put me down to, I think, what, like the 800, 600s or something? I don't know, some low number, right? And he was in like the 1800s, and he wasn't able to queue with anybody. Fortunately speaking, though, because as you can see here, they patched that out of the game completely. Yo, let's go! We got the R My Power, yo, let's go! I always get hyped when I see that. But, I basically pushed him to Purgatory because I was so bad at the game. I didn't give him enough competition to actually like to not get him there. I was so bad that Cavern went to Purgatory for this whooping me so hard. It was insane. That's probably one of the fondest memories I have. That shouldn't be a fond memory, but it is for some reason. It's funny to look back on. Yeah, I wish co-op was playable online too. That would have been so cool, having co-op playable online. That would have been sick, dude. Oh, we have tricks on. I didn't even realize. I am. No. I win? No! I was off by like so little, dude. I'm so sad. There's no way. That was fun though. That was fun. See, that's why I like. That's why I want a fighting game so bad, dude. Like, it was so fun fighting someone in a rhythm game. Like, I don't even play rhythm games. I never played rhythm games like that. I would like to. They seem fun. I've watched a lot of them, but like rhythm games, dude, being this fun in versus mode, imagine a fighting game. Just imagine that. I mean, we've experienced that a little bit with Sora and Smash, luckily, but imagine like a full-length cage fighting game. Just like no Sonic running away camping from you. Just a straight 2D fighter with Sora versus, I don't know, let's grab some random like Zaldin, right? Or what's another random match? Let's take Vanitas versus I don't know, the Ava Ava from Union Cross. Like that sounds so cool. That sounds cool. Does that sound cool to you guys? I think that sounds sick. And I want to mention a whopping 80% of you voted yes on this poll. That from 8 minutes ago for the live stream. That's for Tricks On. 80% of you voted yes for Tricks On. So I'm glad you guys like tricks. Tricks are pretty cool. Alright, what's a fun song we could do? Let's do Majestic Wings, if it gets selected. All for one. Dude, this song's so hard. I'm gonna lose. This person clearly plays the game a lot more. Their rating's in the 2000s. I can't compete with this. I'm glad we're finding people online, though. But I wonder if this is someone in chat, though. This is the part I always mess up on. This part makes no sense to my ears! Not this part, but the part before? Maybe that part too. I suck. That part still doesn't make sense. Like on the that part makes no sense on the track. Like it makes no sense to me on the track in the game. Bruh. Alright. Kurichu, you have clearly proven your dominance over me in Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. So I apologize, but I'm gonna have to hit you with the Smash Ultimate right quick. I'm gonna have to hit you with the no rematch. I wanna find Kurichu again. I'm gonna get cooked. Nope, found Koji again. Alright. Alright, Koji, you have one more chance. Are my power. Yeah, there you go. At first it was my friends, my friends. You turned off the sound so you can just focus on the music and not the smashing of Heartless. Understandable. That's perfectly understandable, I think. Bro, the opponent did not miss. Yeah, they didn't miss. I love Atlantica so much. This game feel like it made you appreciate like Kingdom Hearts music a little more? Sorry, I was playing with one hand for a minute because I was tabbed onto something. It might beat me from that. Realize Rox is physically 2 to 3 years old. He is not physically 2 to 3. Mentally, maybe. I don't know. Mentally might not even be that debatable. But he has been around. He has existed for 2 to 3 years. Yes. Some of this way could have redeemed Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. You know what? It's kind of, when you think about it, that's kind of criminal. The actual, like, the first, like, rhythm game stuff they did in Kingdom Hearts in KH2, those songs in Atlantica aren't in Melody of Memory. That's kind of funny when you think about it. Alright, let's do some single player stuff. Get our practice on. I was prepared to grind this game. Like I was prepared to grind this game. Like I still to this day, like one of these days, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna full chain every single song in this game. Eventually, I will be among the elite players who have done that on Proud. On performer mode, maybe those are the gods. We'll leave that to them. We're small mortals right now, but I will full chain every song in the game one day. One day. What song on KH1 have I not done? Let's do this song. This song's fun as heck. Yo, what's good, Rebecca? How's it going? How many of you in this stream, in this chat right now, have full chained every song and melody in memory. Or rather, a question everyone can probably participate on. What songs, like, how many songs have you full chained? Dang it. Alright, restart on that song. Maybe around 30. I gotta look at how many songs I full chained. I've gotten all excellent on a decent bit though. We suck. We're so bad. I think we're good. Whew! Guys, would you believe me if I told you that song? I don't know what it is about that song. That song feels more stressful than Dark Domination. Like that, I've been full chain Dark Domination, so I can't fully speak, but I feel like that song is more stressful than Dark Domination. Oh my gosh. Like, it's just something about the song itself. And I got all excellence? I didn't even know I did that. I did good. I did good. I'm proud of myself. Okay. But that was stressful. That song is just like a hype. Like it just gets the blood pumping. I don't know if hype's the right word, but it definitely makes you feel like something's about to happen. Something goofy's going on, and it's just really fast paced. Alright. Let's finish the Monstro duo, I guess, of songs. By the way, is the music too loud? Like, is my voice louder than the music? 'Cause I want my voice to be louder than the music. There we got it. Good. No! I suck. I suck. I'm so bad at the game. This song became one of my favorite Cage songs since this game. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This game really did make me appreciate the music a lot. But Monstro music is so good. Like, I never thought about how good this song was until like I actually sat down and listened to it. And like, it's weird because I feel like I pay attention to Kingdom Hearts music a lot, you know? As I say as I'm talking over the music. But still, like, I feel like I pay attention to the music quite a bit, you know? Like, I have to make content on the game. But still, it's like, there's something about, you know, timing button presses and stuff to like these beats, these rhythms, that just makes you appreciate how the songs are made themselves. Why is this song harder than the other one so far? Bro, this song gives me anxiety. It's so slow, but it's not that slow. It's not so slow that like I don't have to pay attention to anything. Good, good, good. I hate that. I hate it. I hate getting it so much. Ah! I almost missed. Why is this song so long? That song felt like it was so long. I don't know if it was just me. I don't really add people on Steam. I'm sorry. I don't add people on anything. To be honest. I don't add... Like, if I add you on something, it's because I've known you for, like, a long time. I don't just add, like, random people or viewers or anything. I gotta know you. I gotta have a relationship. I gotta know your real name. I don't know. I just gotta know you. You know. I'm gonna add you. Also, 90% of games have like invite features, so I can just type your username in instead of like having to or a lobby code I can send you instead of having to like add someone. Can confirm this game turned a lot of meh or unknown songs for me into favorites like the Rico ones. Yeah, right? Like, no more bugs. During the whole Rico playthrough, we got hyped every time we saw no more bugs. And I loved it. I loved it. We got a full channel on that song, right? I did not pay attention. heck? Oh my gosh. I did miss one. Dang it. I think I missed two. I feel like I missed one earlier I didn't think about. What are your thoughts on this game? Hold on. Ooh. Okay, that was the only one I missed. Dang it, dude. Dang it. You almost had it. You almost had it, guys. Alright. We'll return to that song another time. Alright, but what are your thoughts on this game? Was thinking of picking it up if there's a good sale. I would recommend it. I think this is genuinely a good game, and I like this game. I like this game a lot. I think this is a very well-made rhythm game. I can't say I have the most rhythm game experience out there, but as a Kingdom Hearts fan, I'd assume you are as well. This is a very fun rhythm game that honors the music of Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't honor as much some of the later games. There are some tracks missing here and there, but there's so much music. Like, think about it. There's like a dozen games and a dozen different soundtracks for those games, so they couldn't do everything. Otherwise, this game would actually just be humongous, which would have been nice. Imagine just having a rhythm game that was just constantly updated with like Kingdom Hearts stuff, and it had a versus mode. That would be a cool concept, I feel like. But you got your world tour, which is a nice little story mode, a nice little track mode to unlock a lot of the songs in the game. You have your track selection where you can go back and view all of the tracks in the game that you have or haven't unlocked. Then you have versus battles, which I think is one of the best features of this game, which you could probably get the most time out of, assuming there's people online. You got co-op, museum. This game has a lot of content. I would genuinely recommend it to anybody. Imagine a cage show on Disney Plus. That would be epic. That would be so epic. I would love that. Let's do some boss battles. Let's do some boss battles. Boss battles. Where's that at? My brain. That's not that. Is that how it works? Oh, that's just the way it's sorted. My brain's off. Let's go ahead and do Zemnis. It sounds like it'd be fun. Yeah, I think just the invitation option would be cool, because I was perfectly planning. I had it in my notes to host tournaments for this game for like content and stuff. The game should have had more bosses, I think. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this game should have more bosses? I think these rhythm game bosses are cool. Like, I like these. I've not gotten a DM phase yet. DM phases are insane for these things. What the heck? My Elgato. What just happened? My Elgato just broke. What was that? Let's hold on. Let's see if we can fix that. That's anticlimactic for the boss, huh? It crashed? Wait, did the stream is the stream off? It crashed? No, you guys still hear me on stream. Okay. Yeah, so it is just the Elgato. Got it. I'm glad it's just the Elgato. I'm glad the stream didn't crash. Thought I had a dream drop moment. That would have been funny. Alright, just unplugging, replugging the Elgato until it works. That's literally all I can really do. I just dropped a water bottle on my desk. That's fun. Hope I don't have to restart OBS. Alright, there we go. We don't. Good. Let's go. Alright. Still no sound, though. Why no sound? There we go. I apologize, guys. I messed up that part bad. Demix should have been a boss. Yeah, I agree. Because, like, Demix is pretty iconic. That would have been a cool boss. No, the game didn't crash. I promise, the game didn't crash. I'm not on PC. I'm on PS4. I haven't bought the game on PC yet, actually. I bought everything else. I didn't buy Melody of Memory. I'm going to buy it on PC soon, though. You know, I never went out of my way to learn this song. I felt like this song was too hard to sit down and learn. Which Kingdom Hearts games do I like the most? Honestly, I like the number tiles the most. I think Kingdom Hearts 3, 2, and 1 are the best Kingdom Hearts experiences. But there are others that are just as great. But those are my personal favorites. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Have I seen M2's custom song slash chart videos? No, I'm friends with people. I'm mutuals with people who like do modding for that though. But I haven't seen. I've seen some of Lyman's custom chart videos. No, is it Lyman? Lyman or Waters? That Nara song is kind of difficult. Oh my gosh. You hated the Skrillex drop in Face My Fears. I feel like it would have been a better song if they produced it the same as Simple and Clean Sanctuary. Understandable. I don't dislike it. I definitely like what's it called more? I like Face My Fears as an instrumental a lot more than I do like a full song. Like I like Sanctuary more as well. And I think I like Simple and Clean more too, but I think Face My Fears is one of the best orchestrated like versions ever. I think it's orchestrated version trumps Sanctuaries for me. Let's do Sora's Steam. In your opinion, you like KH2, BBS 1, 3DS, even Cross 3, 2.9. Why is 2.9 up there? Bruh, I'm so bad. I don't dislike Skrillex that much though, so I didn't like mind it. I'm not gonna say I go out my way to listen to that stuff, but the opening is very different for Kingdom Hearts. Well, I love the visuals of the opening though. Whatever. We'll deal with it. Let's just learn the song. Mira! I'll read it in a minute. Thank you so much. I suck. I suck so much. All right. Yo, thank you so much for the $5 donation, Mir. I really appreciate that. But like giving, so here's a McDouble. Oh my god. Here's a McDouble. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that a lot. Ooh. By the way, you know what? I kind of want to spark a convo because yesterday had me thinking. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff recently. You guys were in yesterday's live stream, you know, just the taking. I've been thinking a little bit more about like the optimization of like YouTube and growth and all that stuff. Also, I do want to stream a lot more. Like I forced myself to stream today. I almost didn't because I almost played Valorant all day again, but I forced myself to stream. And I love it. I don't want it to sound like forced as in like I don't want to stream. I don't feel like streaming. I always wanted to stream. If I could, I would just be sitting down. Well, I can, but if I don't know, if I had the mental fortitude to, I would probably sit down and do like 12, 24-hour streams constantly. Cause I just love streaming and you guys that much. But I do like hanging out with friends a lot too. So there's a lot of moments where I just don't stream and I just play Valorant with the boys. Like Jordan, actually, literally right before I went live. We were talking about playing Borderlands and playing Valorant and stuff. I was like, nah, I gotta stream. We did play a little bit of Valorant though. That's why the stream's a little later than I anticipated. I was going to stream like 2 hours ago, but instead, we played Valorant. So I'm sorry. I have very little self-control when people ask me to participate in activities. So it's like, yo, I have friends. I'm being social, but. Gotta say though, KH2 is overall the best game. After finally playing 3 in PC, I just had way more fun with it. Issues and all, so 3 is not your favorite. Understandable. KH3, I love KH3. So good. But I just started a new track and I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but I gotta ask you guys. Well, I'll ask now. I have a question. Do you guys like what makes you guys donate, like donation wise? What makes people donate through like super chat rather than like the Streamlabs link we have in chat, which I'm about to get rid of. But I'm just wondering, like, is it a convenience thing? I feel like that's what it is to a degree. Because if you guys don't know, when you donate through super chats, there's a lot of things you guys don't know. I'm just gonna quit because I just messed up. But Streamlabs or Stream Elements, which is what I'm probably about to switch to, super chats actually take like YouTube takes like 30% of your super chat. So for example, Mira just donated me $5. I'm only going to get I don't know the math off the top of my head. My brain's gone. What's like shoot. What's like 70% of $5? What? But yeah. Mira basically gave me like $3.50. And that's like YouTube, because YouTube takes a percentage of it. However, with Streamlabs and Stream Elements, I basically get all of it. And they take literal like pennies away when you donate through the direct links in the chat. But I always leave super chats on because I just appreciate people donating in general. And I understand it's very convenient seeing like a donation thing below. But a lot of people I know on YouTube do not know that because they're not used to like live stream culture and stuff. So that's something I might start pushing a little bit more. I also don't get the donation immediately. I get the donations. I've seen people donate and be like, buy this, buy that. I can't buy it immediately because YouTube pays us. YouTube pays YouTubers at the end of every month. So we don't get that until the very end of the month. So that $3 goes towards my full paycheck at the end of the month. That's how that works. Compared to any other streaming platform, matter of fact, you would get that immediately. But I hear YouTube might be changing that in the future-ish. But that's just something I wanted to ask. Because I'm like wondering if it's a lack of knowledge about that. Or if it's like... if it's a convenience thing. If it's like, I perfectly understand though. That's me wondering. We've had remix/dubstep versions of Cage songs, jazz versions, piano versions, but when will we see bagpipe versions? Why bagpipe? Why bagpipe? The thing for me is to show appreciation towards the streamer, to remind them, keep up the good works and videos they produce. Yeah, totally. That's exactly why anyone would like donate. That's all. Like, I don't even see donating as like an obligation in live streams at all. It's like, I've seen streamers in the past who are like, bro, if I'm not getting no donos, I'm not getting no members or subs, and it's like, ew, I don't want to stream. Why aren't you guys doing this? And they've been like memes on the internet. That stuff's dumb to me, because like, at the end of the day, we make the content to entertain you guys, and like, without you guys, our channels really are just nothing. Like, you guys can push us to the top. You can cancel us if you want, unfortunately, but like, you guys have full control in our channel's like lifespan. So, and any content creator doesn't know that. It's like, I don't know, they're just like kind of selfish to a degree. But I hope that I just want to make content overall that just makes everyone happy at the end of the day. It doesn't matter, it doesn't fully matter what it is. Right now, what I'm doing is Kingdom Hearts. I mean, it's true, Mira. It's true though. Like, y'all, like, think about it. Y'all can do anything. Y'all got the power. You can push us to the stratosphere, and you can make me or the gamers join HMK into the next Ninja or XQC or whoever the big streamer, YouTuber of the month is, Mr. Beast, or you could cancel us. You could burn us to the ground. Make us never have a life career ever. That's what happens when you decide to be a public figure. That's just how it is. It really is just how it is. There are ways to mediate that though, to get around, but it's like that's the reality of it. That really is the reality of it. I'm gonna pull Xehanort's apprentice and throw Prodigy to the realm of darkness, bro. Don't do it. I'm innocent. Yeah, we're just talking about this to the Dream Eater song. Dang, dude, I just want to like, with YouTube, I've been thinking a little bit more recently. Like, I kind of want to make, like, I want to mess around with some other stuff, not like other content outside of Cage. Well, I want to mess around with making like avatar videos. I've talked about this a lot on stream. I used to stream a ton. Like, there's a lot of passion project videos I want to do, and it's not like I can't do them. I could do them anytime I want, but I will have to take away time from the Cage content to do them. And most of the time, I'd rather make the Cage content, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I've been feeling the urge to do them a lot more recently, especially about Avatar. And I think it's because I rewatched Avatar recently. I'm like, dang, dude, these stories are too good. I want to talk about this, but I could also talk about them on stream, or talk about them in a podcast, or I don't know, on someone else's channel. It doesn't have to be mine. I just want to talk about them in general. Sorry, Jim, but you're going to the Shadow Realm. Dang, just want to throw me under like that. Prodigy not doing Kingdom Hearts, kind of cringe. That is kind of cringe. Imagine me not doing Cage content. It's hard for me to think of like me not doing Cage stuff. Maybe, is it hard? Yeah, it is. It's like it's a little difficult for me to like think of myself not making Cage videos. I love Cage videos so much, and I love I love Kingdom Hearts so much. Like, I know sometimes it may, like, some people may think to themselves or question, like, how does someone make content on just one series for that long? I mean, other YouTubers have done this. Some bigger YouTubers for bigger series have done stuff like that, like with Call of Duty or GTA or something. But how do you do it on a single player game like this? And it's really just comes down to passion. Like, are you passionate about it? Some people decide to do things they're not as passionate about. Some people do get sidetracked and do things just for views or just for entertainment. I did think hard before making the decision. When I was like a teenager, I made this decision. I was like, and I'm still faithful to it now. The reason I wanted to do Kingdom Hearts is because I wanted to make content on something that I felt like I could just talk about forever. And I do feel like I could talk about KH forever. I love Kingdom Hearts so much. And there are days where, like, I don't feel like talking about KH. And there are moments where I'm like, I kind of feel like talking about Minecraft, or that was a random example. I feel like talking about JoJo or Avatar or a fighting game or Smash or something, because that's what's like on my mind today. But like I feel like I could always be prepared to talk about like KH, or I feel like I could talk about Kingdom Hearts just whenever. Like it's never not. It's never like a drag or a bore to talk about Kingdom Hearts. Maybe certain topics within KH are a little more boring or a little more tedious. Like I'll use an example. I think some Master of Masters theories, like Sora's the Master of Master theories. That's a topic for me that's not as entertaining, because I hear that theory so much, so it's not as entertaining for me. But that's just one example. Like, there's small things that aren't as entertaining, but almost everything to do with KH for me is just fun. Like, I have so much fun with this series, so much love for it. I can't, like, it's hard for me to think about doing like that much else, because even though I love things like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I love Jack and Daxter. I made a video on Jack recently. Even though I love all these other franchises, it's hard for me to like form my channel around them, or even make content on those games like as frequently as I do Kingdom Hearts, because I'm not as passionate about those as I am KH. I am passionate about those things, but I just not as much as KH. KH is the thing I'm the most like passionate about video game wise. And outside of Kingdom Hearts, in terms of like more personal passions, I do like writing a lot. So there may be one day where like I do YouTube a little less, and it will be to focus on like, you know, the little girl I have emotes of right here, because I mean that's something like that's a lot. Me having that is a lot deeper than it may seem. It's a lot more than just an OC for me. She's kind of like a embodiment of like a dream I had when I was a child. So I definitely want to like do big things with, whether it's that character or another character I make in the future. And hope you guys enjoy the stuff that comes out of that potentially in the future. JoJo Kingdom Hearts crossover will be bizarre. I just rolled my eyes. If I had a camera on, you would have saw me just make this like face as looking around. Like, bruh, did I actually just read that? That was clever though. That was clever. I'll give you that one. I'll give that an 8 out of 10. I'm thinking if there was something I could make like content about that wasn't KH, it would definitely be like Disney stuff. I feel like I could definitely do like movie stuff a lot, because I'm really interested in that, like film, just general film. I'd probably be like a Disney creator or something. That, or I would Disney anime, stuff like that. I have been thinking like fighting game content sounds like it could be fun, but mostly from a live stream perspective. Like, live streaming fighting games looks a lot more fun than like making videos on them. But videos is something I have a little bit more fun doing than live streaming, but it's still very fun. Can I play Sora's song again, please? Sure. That's the thing for me though. I mean, HMK and Bio, like HMK has Zelda and Bio has 14. But that's because like they like 14 and they like Zelda enough to do content on them in the first place. I don't know if I have anything else that I'm like as willing to do like consistent content on, and I don't want to bait you guys. That's probably one of the biggest reasons I don't do like certain stuff a lot. I don't want to bait people with that type of content. So that's why I say like I call them passion projects instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna make content on Avatar. Like I it's more accurate to say, okay, I want to make like random videos on Avatar, like just talking about like there'll be like vent sessions. It's me venting about why I love Avatar so much. Which is kind of what I did with Jack recently, though to a lesser degree because it was a smaller video and more spontaneous, because it was the 20th anniversary. But like there's a lot of I don't have anything that I feel like I can make content on as much as Cage, so I just don't do it because I don't want to bait people into thinking, all right, I'm making a Jack video or a Avatar video that was so good and so crazy. I don't want you to think it's going to be like some crazy consistent thing for me, because I'm still doing Kingdom Hearts solely. And I would probably say in those videos, hey, don't subscribe unless you like Kingdom Hearts, because I'm going to do a lot of Kingdom Hearts, I'm going to be real with you. Though, you could come around for a stream, we could talk about some things, so that could be an incentive. I wouldn't mind making content on Jack though, but I feel like I'd probably run out eventually. Not like run out of passion for the game, but run out of like things interesting enough to talk about. Cause I don't know what I would sit down and discuss about with Jack. Like I feel like the thing I would talk about the most with Jack and Daxter is why don't we have another game? Because that's all my mind thinks about with Jack. Why don't we have another game or a good port in 2022? It's the 20th anniversary and we don't have a good port of Jack and Daxter available. Like that's crazy to me. Definitely play Jack. Jack is insanely good. I love that franchise. That sounds weird to you guys at all though. I feel like sometimes when I spout that stuff, like I just sound super weird. I probably do, but I mean, how weird, I guess. People still play this game? Yeah, I guess I'm playing it today, right? Sony hates money. Yeah. Alright, you have a good one, Celia. Or Scylla? Is that what your name is? But thank you so much for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. What's another song we could do? I kind of feel like I wouldn't mind doing like Disney reviews alongside Cage stuff. I feel like it wouldn't be that bad of a combination. But again, my focus right now, I want to see how far I can really take Cage, which I feel like Kingdom Hearts can go pretty far on YouTube, a lot farther than it already has gone, personally. That's why I think. So, having fun with it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Aaron. Like Disney reviews. That does seem like some that would like coincide, contrasts very well with the Cage content. I don't mind doing Square Enix stuff here and there either, but I don't, cause I can't say I'm super crazy about Square stuff. I have told myself this though. If another Octopath game comes out that's like insanely good, and not talking about the mobile game Chambers of the Continent I can't play, I wish I could play it, but if like another like true sequel to Octopath comes out, and it's like as good as the first one or better, I might consider making content on that team's games, on that Square Enix team's games. It will probably be really fun. But who knows? We just gotta see how things go. What about Bravely Default? I haven't played Bravely Default yet, so I don't know. I have to play them. I want to play them really bad. They look good. They don't look as good as Octopath, but they look good. Wait, Melody Memory Online doesn't work on Xbox? That sounds terrible. I'm gonna do one more song, and then I'm gonna put on my desktop background. We're just gonna talk. I kind of just feel like talking. Oh, I guess a question for you guys though is that's a general question, right? What do you guys? What type of stuff would you guys How do I formulate this? I guess where do you want to see this channel like go to a degree? Like, well, like what sort of stuff would you be interested in? Like based off of what you've already seen. That's a general question. Mukbang. Yeah, I heard Yaya. I'm about to be a CF player. Ah! I suck at this. I'm so bad. I like this Hollow Bastion stage a lot, though. I missed. I have good reactions. Try to get a match and always said connection timed out. And its online kind of sucked. I think that just means no one's playing it on Xbox. Which I'd imagine Xbox is probably like the most dead in terms of active players, active users. Which is unfortunate, but I feel like that's likely the case. If you hear me getting up and like moving stuff, that's me unhooking my Elgato from my monitor. I need a third monitor bad so I don't have to do that. But yeah. Ah, wrong monitor. I gotta take that. I gotta turn this off. There we go. Too loud. Okay. Alright, we're gonna end this off with us just talking. But how's CEO Yaya if you're still here? I know you're just hanging around with people, so they're probably just loosely around. But I hope you're doing good, dude. I know it's late for you though. Are you like up at 1 a.m. just looking at your phone? Like, dang, what's Prodigy up to? What are they up to over there? I'm definitely playing the heck out of CF. Now, 100% playing the heck out of CF. Why is Xbox dead? That's... I don't know, bro. Ask Microsoft. That's all I'm gonna say. Ask Microsoft. Why do I have Central Fiction on? I have Central Fiction on PC and PS4. You have it on Steam? Yeah, that's why I have it on. I have I think I have all the BlazBlue games on Steam. I think this playlist has ambience and stuff in it. Hold on. I like this jazz version of Hikari. It sounds so good. Okay. But in my opinion, Melody of Memory is dog water. I understand if you have that opinion, cause like they didn't support the game that much. It's unfortunate. I really do understand. I swear Smash is the only fighting I've been playing, cause Sora, man, same. I've just been playing so much Smash, Mukbangs with the KH team. Yo, if you guys see me do a mukbang, slap me, please. I don't know, maybe I'll do one. Like, if I do a mukbang, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like a vlog or something. I'm gonna be hanging out with Yaya or Jan or Jordan at a convention, or it's gonna be like, let's just talk while streaming and eat some food. But that, I don't know, that sounds terrible. I don't want to do no mukbang. I definitely want to do like more like caged video essay stuff. I really want to do that. Like, I like the types of videos I've been making recently. I know they're a little shorter, but I like the I kind of like the vibe of them a lot. Kingdom Hearts needs a fighting game spinoff. Yes, yo, Michael, you are spitting. Thank you. We need one. We need one so bad. Sora and Smash proves that a cage fighting would be so good. How do you guys feel about like the channel currently? Just to have like an open discussion about it. Like, how do you guys feel about like the way things have been with the channel the past like year? Well, what would be your what would be like your review for this channel this year in 2021? You like it? That's good to hear. Can we finally get some character progression with Kairi? Yeah, we got some Melody of Memory. Hopefully we'll get more. If they had an update where they add online to BBS, that would be so good. That would be so good. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Great. Love the content you made during the time KH3 was on the cusp of coming out. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, ads. There we go. No ideas, keep making Kingdom Hearts content. Hey, that's the best idea yet. That's the best channel idea I think I've ever gotten. I like the random polls. I've been liking them too. They've been getting a lot of votes, and it's been cool seeing like a lot of people's opinions. That's why I do them. They're so fun. You guys have been like going crazy on them polls. All of them have been getting like 10K plus. been cool. You wish they added the Coliseum in 3 like they did with 1 and 2? You know what, Dream Knight? I got a video coming up for you. That may just make you happy. Hope you have KH3 on PC, because you're going to be excited soon with some content. I got a video just for you, just for what you said about that Coliseum. We got you. I love this community so much. Like, I really do. I know, like, it sucks. There's so many people in the community who, like, I hear someone, like, every other week or every other month who has, like, some bad interaction with the community, or they feel like they don't want to make content for it or do this or do that for it. And there are some people, like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I consider the Cage community to be like a family, like a second family of mine, but I do got to admit, like, the community can drive some people away with some of its tendencies. Like, I'm super passionate about Kingdom Hearts myself, and I'd assume all of you, like the 40 plus people in chat right now, like, I'd assume all of you are also super passionate about Kingdom Hearts. But I think passion doesn't excuse, like, bad behavior or just straight up harassing people. That's something we should never condone in the community, and that's something we gotta stop with. Like, we gotta stop with attacking people for liking certain games. We gotta stop with attacking people for not making a mod we may want them to make, or fixing this or fixing that in a mod. Like, the modders in the community, especially, because I see a lot of it happen in the modding community, modders aren't there to fix these games for you. Modders make mods for games. A lot of them, at least, make mods for these games because they have their own passion. They have the ability to make their own passion projects through the tools Square Enix made, Square Enix gave, Square Enix, like, offered with modding, I guess. They don't do this just to, like, make all of your, just to fix a game you hate. They do it to, you know, even add more love to a game they already like. At least that's how it goes for a lot of them. So I think it's just important. Please just be nice. Just be nice to people. And I understand slip-ups happen, and we are so passionate about our series that we can get a little defensive at times. That's perfectly understandable. I can be a perfect example of that to a degree. I've had a lot of moments where I've been super defensive over 3 or whatever Cage game, any Cage game. I'm defensive over all of them, to be honest. I love them all, but like, I think it should never excuse bad behavior, and we gotta have better standards in a lot of instances. I personally don't think it's everyone in the community. I think it's definitely like a couple of bad apples that are just really loud, and there is a lot of loud bad apples in the community, unfortunately. We just gotta rise above. We just gotta do better, be better, and try not to, you know, give attention to the people who are going out of their way to harass others or send death threats over. Because I know Sky was dealing with that with this KH3 rewrite. I saw a tweet about it. Like, don't do stuff like that. That's terrible. Don't be that way. Just be kind. Enjoy the series. Hey, y'all know here, I love KH3. That's my favorite video game. Straight up, my favorite video game. Number 1 at the top. It's above any game you can think of. It's above your Breath of the Wild. It's above your Minecraft or GTA 5. That's my favorite video game. But we move with love. We keep it nice here. Of course, we entertain the debates. We have fun with the debates between KH3 and 2, or talking about combat and stories, structure and stuff. But at the end of the day, I like what I like. You like what you like. Like, you know, let's do a thing in chat right now. Like, what is everyone's favorite KH game in the chat? And there might be some varying answers. There might be a lot of KH2s. There might be a lot of KH3s. But at the end of the day, even if there is a random Days in there, or BBS, or Recoded even, and some people thinking that game's like awful bad, whatever, it's cool. It's fine. I think there's a reason to like every KH game. Like, I can't be a Kingdom Hearts channel that just, like, hates, that is like, that only promotes one opinion for the franchise. Like, I think all the perspectives matter. KH2, 3, KH3, 3 BBS Dream Drop. Like, I don't know. Like, oh, that's fine. Like, you guys love what you like. Love what you love. I don't know why I just said love what you like. That's an interesting sense. Final Fantasy 15 is your favorite game. Hey, that's a perfect example right there. 15. I know a lot of people who have 15 as their favorite game. I know there's a lot of Noctis shows on Twitter that I follow and who I'm good friends with. But 15 is a pretty divisive Final Fantasy game for a lot of people because of all that game. That game was built up debatably even more than KH3 was to a degree, or for longer. It went from Versus 13 to 15. It's like that game ended up being really divisive when it released, but you still had a experience with that game despite all of that mattered, that connected with you enough to make that your favorite video game. That's cool. Oh, all seriousness, so that was a joke one. I mean, even if it was true, I do know people who have 15 as their favorite game. Like that's valid. That's fine. Like, of course, there's moments where I look like where I've seen someone have a game as their favorite that I just hate, and I'm just like, how do they have that as their favorite game? But I might even question it here and there, not harass, but I'll question. I'll be like, how do you like that game? Why do you like that game? Is it what? Like, I'm trying to dive into their perspective a little bit, and I understand some people don't like it when people do that, and they get offended by that a little bit. Which is when you back off, when you realize that, like when they get offended and when they're like, I don't like you doing all that. Don't do that. But if they're willing to, they're fine with being questioned. Go ahead and ask them. But I think I've had moments where like people have had those games be their favorite. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of Sonic people, and like there's Sonic fans who have 06 as their favorite Sonic game, and we know about the 06 stuff. But can't harass them for it. Don't do that. Just be nice. They have their reasons, I'm sure. Maybe their reasons are memey. Maybe their reasons are, dang, the game was fun. It's broken. It's fun. I'm having it's cool. It's a good laugh. And maybe that's their justification for having it as their favorite game. Other people are like, they like the story. Maybe they really like Silver. Maybe they really like the level design. Like, it's cool. It's chill. Yeah, I think exactly, Rose. I think healthy discussions of opinions is okay. Which is what we have here. We have healthy discussions of opinions. You guys could probably count into the thousands how many times I've probably disagreed with some things you guys have said in chat. Because I'm not gonna lie, you guys say some wild things. Just a little, some things that are a little like, huh? Make me question my sanity a little bit. I'm exaggerating, but you guys say some interesting takes for sure. But I only say interesting in that tone because I'm like, I've never heard it before. I've never been around people who have heard it before. So to me it's weird, but to you it's like that's normal. That's how I am, and that's cool. That's chill. Now, if you are going to be aggressive to me, I might be aggressive back, but typically I won't. I'll try not to. Yeah, I think no matter what community you're in, exactly, no matter what community or group you find yourselves in, there's going to be a wide range of opinions, and that's going to be okay. That's the fun of being in these communities for media we enjoy. Exactly, I agree. Completely agree. Personally, I could already give you, I could probably give you one take that would like, that sounds weird as heck to you. And it's not even a recent take, it's a take I've had my whole life. I don't really like Pokemon like that. I'm willing to try it again and get into it more, but I don't like Pokemon. Like, it's really hard for me to get into Pokemon. Like, Pokemon was a big reason for years that I didn't like turn-based games. I didn't like some RPGs outside of KH. Uh, I don't. I'm not. I think I understand the appeal for sure, but it's not appealing for me. Like I don't. I'm not into it. Uh, but shoot, I can't name a person. Like it's hard for me to name a person I've met. Nice ad. Nice ad. Another league ad. But it's hard for me to find a person who doesn't like Pokemon like me, or a person who isn't into Pokemon like me, or has it like me, or a person who isn't into Pokemon. But Pokemon's is popular. It's the most popular media franchise in existence. Uh, it's just, yeah. But I personally just not into it. And some people have attacked me for it. Lots of people question my opinions on that. But at the end of the day, in the most optimal of discussions, it's okay. It's fine. It's cool. It's chill. That's how it is. Ever get figure fantasy? I've never heard of that, so I don't know. For example, I don't like Dream of Distance story very much, but I'm willing to hear about what works for people with that story. I'm open to hearing all perspectives, even if I still disagree by the end of it. Yep, and that's what we call a healthy discussion of opinions. Heck is figure fantasy, though. Never heard of that in my life. I'm curious, how far do like you guys? Because I have the YouTuber perspective, the content creator perspective. I personally feel like Kingdom Hearts could go very far on YouTube. I think there's a day out there where a Kingdom Hearts channel reaches maybe 1 million subscribers or more, or at least above 500K. We've already gone to the point where Kingdom Hearts on YouTube can be done full time for a lot of creators. The community loves it. We love it. But how far do you guys think Kingdom Hearts can go on YouTube? You personally, don't factor in my takes or opinions, or you don't have to at least. Just what are your opinions on that? Oh, no, no, no. I'm not asking what do you think I should do. Like, well, how far do you think I can go with Cage? I'm asking, like, how far do you think Kingdom Hearts can go? Like, I want to hear perspectives from that. Screw me. Like, think about all the other people. Think about how far you think Cage can go on YouTube in terms of, like, just content, creativity, everything. Always in my recommendations. I stay in your recommendations. Hey, Jan, you're my biggest fan, bro. I think we could see Cage grow even further through future games, or even media in general. Kingdom Hearts went for a multimedia approach. I feel like this series could grow exponentially. I agree. I completely agree. And I kind of feel like that's where they're going. Like I think it's pretty likely we'll get a show in the future. I don't know when. I don't know if it will be soon, but I think because of like the streaming service that is Disney Plus, I think it's unlikely because Disney Plus is probably going to be around for like a decade plus, right? Uh, I do think a Kingdom Hearts show will probably be among those. Will it be good or not? I don't know, but we'll see. I think KH will go forever on YouTube, but maybe that's a pipe dream. I feel like it'll be getting way bigger. I agree. I think KH only grows from here. Even if we have more games like KH3 that are polarizing, and you have people like Phil in chat who are like venting about the game, and other people who love it to death. It's just, I think we'll just grow. I think we'll just continue to grow. Well, I think we're probably gonna have a couple more polarizing games. I don't know. I think we probably will. I feel like, actually, I think most Kingdom Hearts games after 2 are kind of like polarizing. None as much as 3 though, but like Birth by Sleep wasn't polarizing when it came out, but it definitely became polarizing at like in the later 2010s, like when people started talking about like floatiness and all that stuff in the community, and it became, we started having this big combat centered focus thing going on. Dream Drop Distance was I think Dream Drop was polarizing on release, mostly for story. Mostly for story. Multimedia has me thinking of that merchandise scene from I just seen he meant to type Spaceballs. This looks like what he meant to type. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Kingdom Hearts the breakfast cereal. Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know. Kingdom Hearts cereal sounds so weird. It probably wouldn't be over here though. That would definitely be exclusive to Japan. I'm pretty sure Japan has sea salt ice, has like branded sea salt ice cream from Cage, don't they? Like, I'm pretty positive there's cafes and stuff that have sea salt ice cream. And I think there's stores where you can buy like sea salt ice cream, or at least like the kit to make it. No. I understand, Phil. You're perfectly fine. I only use you as an example because you're venting out of context a little bit. I think they're polarizing because it wasn't 3. Not just that. I think Dream Drop Distance was polarizing because at the time, at least, like, I think Dream Drop Story's fine now, personally. Like, I was a little skeptical about before, and I might have, if you asked 13-year-old me how I felt about Dream Drop, I would have been like, it's my favorite Cage game, but I also would have been like, the story's a little confusing. After that came after I like talked to people in the community or read what people thought in the community. I understood why people thought it was confusing. All the time travel stuff was weird and crazy. I never minded it that much, but I know other people did. But Dream Drop was polarizing because it was probably the most confusing Kingdom Hearts game at the time. 100%. Kingdom Hearts as a series is polarizing now. It has gone to that point of popularity. Like, you know what? Let's have another question. Me and my friends talk about this frequently. Do you guys think Kingdom Hearts is still a niche? I think that's a genuine discussion to have. And I'm gonna let you guys talk about that while I use the bathroom right quick. It'll take 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I agree, Unagi. That's exactly how I am with the Dream Drop. Yeah, 3 was polarizing because it was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. There's a lot of different factors to it. What I consider niche now is something along the lines of The Worlds With You. I think as of right now, Kingdom Hearts is niche, but it's on the tipping point. KH4 might change all that. Kingdom Hearts deserves to be on a Disney World amusement park. I agree. No, since 2.0, I'd say it's outgrown its obscurity / nicheness. KH is still a bit niche in terms of people that know the entire ins and outs of the story, but as a brand that people can recognize, KH is not niche at all. Okay, let's look. Let's see the definition of niche. What is it? What is the definition of niche in terms of media? That's a weird definition. What is? I guess we don't use it properly. A niche is actually a category, any category of players connected by a common interest graph. There are huge and tiny niches, growing and dying niches, Mughal and fringe niches. Niches are where tribes of engaged players come from. And if you want to change the world, then a niche is where you need to start. They're kind of motivational to read for some reason. But, okay, so that's the technical thing. But the way we use it in terms of, like, when we call something niche, we mean it's, like, not that many people know about it. It's a small group of people are really addicted to this. Kingdom Hearts, I definitely agree. I think it's on the tipping board of it. I think there's an argument for it being niche and there's an argument for it not being niche. I'm leaning towards not, and the reason I say that is because do you guys know the sales figures of the Kingdom Hearts franchise? I'm curious. I'm just curious. Like, do you guys know the sales figures for Kingdom Hearts, or like how big the series actually is? And I want you to take whatever sales figure you think it has and compare that to other video games you think are niche. Because personally, I would say fighting games are niche. I would say fighting games are extremely niche. Like, anything below like 1 million sales to me. Anything that doesn't like consistently sell within like the millions-ish, I'd say, I would probably say is a little more on the niche side. Alright. So, the statistic for the Kingdom Hearts series sales. Hold on, okay. The Kingdom Hearts series is Square Enix's 4th best-selling franchise. 4th. It's right behind Final Fantasy, which is number 1, of course. Like, it's way into number 1. Like, it's sold almost double of what number 2 has. Final Fantasy with 160 million units. Dragon Quest with 82 million units sold throughout its whole series. Tomb Raider with 81 million. And then you have Kingdom Hearts at 30 million. So Kingdom Hearts has a big gap to like catch up between like Tomb Raider. And below Kingdom Hearts is like the Mana series at 12 million. But Kingdom Hearts is a pretty good game to sales ratio compared to those franchises. Final Fantasy has, oh my gosh, let's see. How many Final Fantasy games are there? There are 90... Oh my gosh. There are 95 Final Fantasy titles. 95 different Final Fantasy titles that have been released. 15 at the core, but 95 different releases. Jeez. What about Dragon Quest? How many Dragon Quest games are there? My life just flickered. There's 11 Dragon Quest games on in total though, not including spin-offs. Okay, it's not giving me the number not including spin-offs, but I know there's a lot of Dragon Quest spin-offs. Okay, we could count this on here. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh my goodness. Should I be the guy to sit here and count this? I'm gonna do it. No, let's do it. All right, let's count. Let's see. We have. I don't want to count this, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, from what I just counted, if I count it correctly, there are 125 Dragon Quest games. What the heck? There's 105 different releases for Dragon Quest. 125 different releases. That's more than Final Fantasy. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Dragon Quest is old, so Google kept telling me 11. I'm like, there's way more than 11, bro. So Dragon Quest has 125 different releases. What about Tomb Raider? Tomb Raider is probably lower. Tomb Raider is lower. How many Tomb Raider games are there? Okay, there's 12 Tomb Raider games. 12. That's really good then. Like, it sold over 82 million. There's 12 games. That's really good. Like, that's really good for that franchise. And then you have Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, I think, has around the same amount of games as Tomb Raider. I'm just looking up just for safety reasons. Alright, Kingdom Hearts has 13 games now. That's funny. And, oh, actually, hold on. Okay, it's not 30 million. Kingdom Hearts is actually one up, apparently. This must have been, this is recent. Kingdom Hearts is now at 35 million units, not 30 million. Jeez. It went up a lot after 3 and the re-releases and stuff. Alright, but Kingdom Hearts is a series with 13 games, like a little less than a little more than Tomb Raider. Is that over 35 million units sold. Kingdom Hearts is a pretty good ratio for like game to sales. So if we put that into context, that would mean that on average every Kingdom Hearts game. Okay, dang, they told me math. They lied. I was lying to myself when I told my teenage self math wouldn't be important when I was older. All right. What does that mean? So that means every Kingdom Hearts game sold on average of about 2.3 million units. And we know there's a lot of cage games that have sold above that. And you know what? Another statistic for you guys, a matter of fact. I don't know if you know this. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but didn't know if you guys know this. But matter of fact, when you look at the top selling games in the PS2 era, we have GTA San Andreas very high up there, of course, right? You scroll and see Final Fantasy. That's first Square game. And then right at number 10. Got this little Disney game right here at almost 6 million copies. I'm pretty sure it did sell 6 million. This is just the Wikipedia figure. But I'm pretty sure it sold above 6 million. That's insane. Like that's not a small feat. A top 10 selling game on the most popular system of all time. Think about that. A top 10. Top 10. Now, of course, it's not as big as Final Fantasy. Everyone knows Final Fantasy. Like if you know video games, you know GTA, you know Final Fantasy, you probably even heard of Dragon Quest as well. Kingdom Hearts top 10. And no, not far under. Not that far under. Is Kingdom Hearts 2 at number 13. How convenient. So Kingdom Hearts has 2 games in the top 15 best-selling PS2 games. How many does Final Fantasy have? What, 3? There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, 3. And they're all, yeah, okay. I was about to say they're all 10. Now we have 12 there. But that's insane. That's insane, guys. Like, that's not a small feat. That is really, really good. And the crazy thing with that, I think, hold on, let me see, because I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy, nah, it might have just been available on PS2. Was Final Fantasy only available on PS2? It probably was. But, top 15, and keep in mind, though, still, this is something to keep in mind, because it's very important to note. Kingdom Hearts has spent a lot of its major life. Kingdom Hearts has been exclusive to consoles. Think about it. Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Ancient of Memories were all exclusive to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 were exclusive to PS2. Chain of Memories exclusive to GBA. Days exclusive to DS. Kingdom Hearts hasn't even been multi-platform until recently. And games like GTA have always been multi-plat since their inception. They've always been multi-plat. So that's crazy. That's really crazy. Kingdom Hearts is that big without while being non-multi-plat. It sold that much. Imagine how its sales are going to improve over time with all the games being available just everywhere. Kingdom Hearts is so accessible now. That was one of the biggest things holding the series back. If Kingdom Hearts is still niche, a reason it's still niche is because it was so hard to access before. Because to access on multiple systems, to have the whole story. Now there's no reason to not play KH, really. There's not that big of a reason to not play KH other than I don't feel like it. Cause it's on everything. It's on Switch. It's about to come to Switch. It's on PC. It's on PS4. They're all on Xbox. It's everywhere. It's even on your phone. Even on your phone, you can experience you can experience Eden Cross. You have access to a game there, I guess. You have the whole story of that. But Kingdom Hearts is so accessible. It's so accessible. And we're taking steps to make sure KH2 ranks 13. It's crazy that the coincidences with Kingdom Hearts never end. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to express that. So, with all that information, do you still think Kingdom Hearts is niche? I'm gonna ask again. If your answer is yes, that's fine. That makes sense. But I'm gonna ask: do you think Kingdom Hearts is still niche? Yo, that's so sick. Yo, look at this. Hold on, guys. I made a tweet saying what Kingdom Hearts character had the biggest impact on you. And yo, the voice actor for Xemnas commented under my tweet. He's commented under my tweets a couple of times, actually. But that's Gaz. Yo, that's so cool. I never thought I would ever get to that point where, tweets get big enough and the voice actors are commenting under. That's insane. That's so insane. Let's look through this tweet, though. A lot of you guys talked on this tweet, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So I asked, what characters had the biggest impact? Of course, for me, it's Sora. I didn't elaborate as to how, but for me, it's Sora. But we got a lot of different answers here. I think Sora is one of the least ones, but that's cool to see Kingdom Hearts characters having this much of an impact on people in general. So Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in. Oh my gosh, that might be too much. All right, there we go. But redemption arcs really get me, and Lee's was just perfect for me. His character is so multifaceted and human. I loved his journey from a lonely cold-blooded assassin to someone who found friendship again, decided to join the battle to keep the light safe. That's so cool. That's so heartwarming. I do view Lee's character in that way. That's why I'm not like, I don't get as annoyed with him in 3. I do think it could have been better, but it's like Axel only really needed to be there to finish his character arc with Roxas and Xion, and that's what was so beautiful about that. You know, that's so awesome. I love that. Let me I'm gonna zoom it in on the display too. I'm just gonna zoom it in a bit. All right. And we have Roxas. Days was my first Cage game with Cage after that. I think that's more than enough to explain why. Malusha / Lorium. Okay. Had a connection to him as I started with Cage 3 and Union Cross. Elevated the likeness of his character Heckamore. That's interesting. Huh. So, starting with Union Cross and Cage 3 made them like the character more. That does sound like kind of a cool way to experience his story, to a degree. It's like, you start with Union Cross in Cage 3 to build interest in the character, and then you go back and you find out, like, dang, dude, this, you kind of see, like, where he ends up sort of with the Chain of Memories. That's cool. Kairi, ooh, Kairi, okay. She was the first character that looked like a teenager, yet was a hero. She didn't believe lies, and she used her intuition, traits that often get dismissed. She holds a special place in my heart. Oh, that's cool. We gotta like the tweet for the Kairi love. After Cage 3 was Naminé. Never really paid attention to her at first, but looking back, it made me wish someone could wrap their arms around her. Same way with Xion. Xion is so, I said Xion, Naminé is so precious. Xion too though. But Naminé is so precious. Like, Naminé has been through so much. I'm not gonna lie, she was pretty much just abused in Kingdom Hearts. Like, that, she was like, she couldn't live her own life. She was being controlled basically by Diz and the organization. And even though she was saved from the organization, and was kind of abused by them to a degree, even though she was saved from the organization, she basically went right back to being used, yes, for a greater purpose, but she still went to not living her own life, not really having her own choice, being disregarded as a nobody, a witch, you know, called out of her name and stuff, by people like Diz. And it's like, that's Naminé went through a lot, bro. So to see her be able, I think that is something that's criminal with 3. I think KH3 should have shown that part of her character a lot more, because, like, I think we'll see more of it. But, like, Naminé, like, almost just as much as Xion, not even almost, just as much as Xion deserved, like, she deserved everything. She deserved that scene at the end. She deserved that moment in the ending. I just wish we saw, like, more of a build-up to it. But the build-up was the games that came before. So, for me, Roxas, mainly because growing up, especially in middle school, I was pretty quiet. Felt like an outcast amongst other people in my class. So, I pretty much relate to Roxas the most. Yeah, Roxas, I often say, I feel like Roxas is the most relatable character in Kingdom Hearts, because he's basically like the heart, he's basically, okay, if you're an adult, Roxas is the hardworking man that hates his boss. That's a trope that we've seen so many times in media. Not that much in RPGs, but that's a relatable trope. Like, the hardworking person that feels nothing hates their boss. Like, they don't like their job that much. They just kind of do it. Mundane, the mundane task of working for the organization. That is so relatable. Now, as a kid, as a teenager, Roxas has this moody, edgy sort of thing going on that is really relatable to kids in middle school. Like, how many of you in middle school or high school had a profile picture or were obsessed with like the Hooded Roxas cutscene in Deep Dive, or that final mix cutscene like that you saw, like just the Hooded Roxas with the dual wielding keyless. How cool was that to every kid? Like that's one of the biggest things that put KH2 on the map. Like Roxas is so cool. At first it was Sora, and I met Ventus. I felt so personally attacked by his character because in his personality, he will quite literally die if he isn't loved enough. Oh my gosh, that's concerning, but yeah, I mean, I could see that. Aqua. I saw a lot of Aqua in this when the tweet was first made. Just because of all the pain she went through, and even after spending 10 years and losing hope of rescue, came back ready to fight for her friends and bring Ven back and never stop fighting. That's so cool. Roxas easy. Roxas, because I feel like he went through an emotional roller coaster with losing his friends and finding out / remembering he's a nobody that's not supposed to exist, and seeing how Xemnas was manipulating Axel and Xion. Riku went through a darker journey than Sora and also managed to accept who he is. I think that's why I liked him the most. Him being the Keyblade Master shows how far he has come. That's what I think is so good about Dream Drop's story. I think Dream Drop really like showed that you can overcome you can overcome, like, you know, your demons, your darkness. Your past isn't what like makes you who you are, but it can help who you become, which I think is really inspirational for Riku's character. I was 10 when KH2, and when my friends and I put the game in, we were like, who's the blonde kid? Where's Sora? Roxas was legit my facade for most of my school for me, bro. Roxas was so cool. Roxas is my college profile picture right now, yo, right? Aqua. Roxas, his introduction to KH2 was an existential crisis. He fought far more aggressively than Sora, and the line from Naminé, "You were never meant to exist," rang harder than anything else in the entire franchise for me. Dang. Yeah, I could see that. That line what does like hurt. Like when you think about it, it's like you were never meant to exist. And you're thinking about it from Roxas' perspective. Like imagine all you know is your existence, but you get told you just don't exist. Like, man, or you were never meant to. It's crazy. Oh, here's Roses. I gotta say, Riku's arc of dealing with his inner demons and understand that he doesn't have to go through his darkest hours alone is something that helped me throughout rough periods in my life. Riku's story is beautiful. I think it's so good. Like it's up there with characters like Zuko from Avatar for me. It's really up there. I don't know if it's as good as Zuko's. It's probably like right like neck and neck. Terra's tragic story touched me and he remains my favorite till this day. I also love his design. Yo, what's good, Gamer Blake? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just reading through a tweet I made earlier, which got a lot of comments. I asked people what Kingdom Hearts character had the biggest impact on you. For me, it's Sora. I feel like I should get in and like comment like why, but I kind of enjoy reading everyone else's. But for me, Sora, it's hard. It's just so much. It's so much. It's hard to just summarize it in a paragraph. But if I had to say one thing in a simple way, Sora reminds me of like, I guess he kind of like, he makes me think there's I don't know. He gives me a lot of faith in the world, I suppose. And it's dumb because he's a video game character, right? And it's like he's not real or anything, but Sora, like seeing someone even write a character like Sora, seeing someone like Sora just have an impact on people, exist, I guess, as a kid, made me have a lot of hope and faith in like the world and society, and made me think like, dang, bro, it's cool that like someone can like care this much about somebody else, and you see Sora like caring so much about his friends, and See the relationships, the dynamics he has. Like he can meet someone just completely random and like become best friends with them, just like that. And there are people who are skeptical, like people like Buzz or like Buzz in a Toy Story, but he's just so genuine that you can't help but not like the guy, unless they're evil, unless they're evil. Um, is what makes his character so cool to me, and that's honestly a bad explanation, but he Sora is like, I feel like I probably wouldn't be who I am or where I'm at today without this character just in my life. And yes, it's a fucking anime boy, but it's I feel like he just has had the most impact on me this ever. Really hard to just summarize. But let's look at the quote tweets. Quote tweets tend to be very interesting as well. Sora, hands down, he smiles, feel like everything is going to be okay. I can't explain it, but he just gives me so much strength. That's a good way to describe it. He really does just give me a lot of strength. Just seeing him smile, seeing him happy, I feel happy. Like he just Sora's smile just washes depression away. It's cringe saying that, but this is how it feels. Xion and or Roxas, just that game, my little self wasn't ready. It was my first cage. I didn't know I was gonna cry for a week. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. Yeah, Days is her first KH game? That must have been an emotional roller coaster for sure, dude. I'm glad this tweet blew up a little bit, because it's like, I'm gonna link this tweet from now on. Whenever people like act like video game characters can't have impact on you, that's kind of why I made this tweet, because I saw someone make a tweet this on the KH topic. Like, people were saying they hate it when people think that like fictional characters can't have impact on people, and I'm like, I agree with that. I honestly do. Like these characters, and it's not just them, it's not just the characters, but it's the stories they allow to happen, the stories they tell that make Kingdom Hearts so beautiful. It makes Kingdom Hearts have such an impact on people. Like, I think that's a big reason the series is so popular, because not just is it cool Disney, I hit my mic, not just is it like this cool Disney game, but it's also like a big ongoing message that is so beautiful, that can resonate with so many different people. It can resonate with people like me, people like you and you in chat. Like, it's pretty. I think the heaviest were Sora, Naminé, Riku, and Terra. Okay. Roxas made me cry on multiple occasions. Shion's made a big impact on me as well. I think I don't know if Shion's had like as big of a personal impact on me as Sora has, or even Riku. Like, I like Shion more than Riku, but I don't know if she's had as big of a personal impact as those characters. But she's definitely made me appreciate some things, like as a teenager / adult, that I probably wouldn't without her. Any story that can allow people to have a personal attachment to them, whether through the character struggles or the general themes that are being presented within said stories. Yeah, those stories are always so good. Can we answer by saying Tetsuya Nomura? We could. Maybe we could. Axel made me cry in Cave 2.5. Yep. I think Axel's an underrated character a bit. I mean, I say underrated. Axel is popular, right? But I feel like Axel isn't popular for like the reasons you think he is. I feel like Axel is very popular because he's it's partially because of Days, but a lot of it feels like it's because of his I feel like it's partially because of his aesthetic. He's just cool and like quirky, but he has a very lovable personality. But Axel honestly has a pretty traumatic character. Like he's like, Axel is literally the man in the middle between the Xion and Roxas story. He's just the guy in the middle. And sometimes the guy in the middle is going through the most. You guys hear the music, by the way? I like this music a lot. This is my first time listening to this like jazz playlist. It's so good. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna ask people in chat. If you want to comment on the tweet, just follow me on Twitter, link in the description. But what Kingdom Hearts character had the most impact on you? The quote tweets are a lot more simpler than the replies. That's generally how it is, though. Sorry, 100%. He's been my icon since I was like 2 years old. Yeah. Nobody said Iso/Sykes in replies, so I'm gonna be the first. For me, Riku, I did not like him at first because he was a jerk, but then seeing him grow throughout the games was really interesting to me. Honestly, Nomura probably had a big effect on me pursuing writing as well, to a degree. Yeah, he has inspired so many artists. Nomura really is an inspiration. I really appreciate that, man. As a kid, Roxas's concern for Xion reminded me of my concern for my mom. Her health only worsened with each year. One could say she was a liability. Even so, I never wanted her to die or disappear. It resonated with me. That's that's really heartwarming to hear. It used to be awkward when K3 came around. Sora's arc that hit harder than almost anything. Bro, in KH3, like, I feel like we've seen Sora get emotional before. We've seen him get emotional in KH2, but like, I feel like we've never seen Sora like scream like in pain like that. In KH3, when I saw that shit just, I'm cursing. You can tell how emotional I get about that. Excuse me for cursing, but you could tell that like it just hurts. It just hurts seeing Sora just scream like that. It makes me feel pain. It makes me just hurt like through him. Like I don't want to see him go through that, dude. I don't want to see him go through that. We've never really seen him break down like that ever in the series. We see him cry, but it's more like a somber like when you say goodbye to like a family member. Like when you're, it's like we've seen Sora cry in like the way you'd cry when you, I guess like when you're saying bye to your mom who you haven't seen like a couple of months, and you'll meet again, but it's sad that like you have to go, sort of thing. Or like when you move, I had it recently when I moved out of the house. When I moved out of my mom's house. That's an experience. Like something like that. We've seen him cry like that. We haven't seen him cry over Kairi though. Like kind of, or not really cry. But we saw him begging for like Kairi or close to. Xion. Riku Roxas was my first KH game. It's still number 1 in my heart. KH2 was my first KH game and still number 1 in my heart. His story arc is really sad and I feel his pain. Yeah. Lots of people saying Roxas. Mickey. Really? Mickey in Kingdom Hearts? I don't know if that's serious or not, but if it is, that's really cool. Ooh. On a personal level, Xion is the character that had the most impact on me, as she both looked and reminded me of, these people, as I used to spend a lot of time with Terra's friends in middle school, IRL, which made me think about Xion spending time with Roxas, Axel, and Lee. Oh, that's really sweet. Like, Xion reminded them of someone they knew. That's kind of crazy, though, when you think about it that way, because that's like part of her character as well. Axel deserves his own Origins video game. Axel saves Sora's life from the Nobodies towards the end of KH2. That to me will be the most memorable moment. He sacrificed himself to help Sora. Very heroic. I'm seeing a lot more Xion than I thought I would. I love that. I'm seeing a lot more Xion than I thought I would. A lot of people resonate with Xion. I've been saying like her story is so good, and like I mean I loved her before, but like I feel like my love for her just like there was like this moment, I forget when, but like it was like some time slightly before KH3, I was like analyzing her, because I think when KH3 was coming out, I was like going character by character, analyzing their story, seeing what they were set up for, and Xion's story, the more I looked, I'm just like, this is sad. This is so sad, and it's like I hope she comes back in 3 so much, because she deserves a good ending, and I think she got a good ending for her story. Yeah, it could have made a little more sense in some context. I mean, I think it made sense for me, but it could have they could have done better with the explanation. But It was so beautiful. And thank you guys for 100 likes on the live stream. I just saw that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ventus, because he's proof that Nomura shouldn't design anything anymore. What? That's disrespectful. Roxas. Easy Roxas. Not we have a Yuzora. That's wild. Demix cannot stress enough how much that silly little man has changed my life. Really? Demix. Oh man. Demix deserves it. That's cool to see someone have like Demix there for them. For me it's Roxas. Riku or KH2 Sora. For both Roxas and Riku, they both went and oh, I put a link to the songs in chat, the playlist I'm playing. For me it's Roxas, Riku, or KH2 Sora. For both Roxas and Riku, they both went through a lot of regret and sorrow to get where they are now. It relates to me a lot, especially now. And with KH2 Sora, he's a huge mood. I dislike how people don't give KH2 Sora credit with his emotions. I agree. I big agree. Like, I think a lot of people view KH2 Sora as just this like cool character who's like super badass and stuff, right? Like he's just doing all this cool stuff, and he is cool, but he's really emotional. Like KH2 Sora is probably one of the most emotional Soras we've seen, for sure. Like that scene, I will always reference that scene when he like when he went down on his knees and begging for Kairi, like please take me to her. Like we don't see that often. That's a good scene. Like Sora and KH2 was just tired of it. Same applies to me being told things or act a certain way. So Sora acting snarky or witty relates to me because I've always wanted to do that to teachers or adults most of my life, but couldn't. Also, funny thing, every time I got sad, I would jam out to The Other Promise and his original theme. I remember listening to The Other Promise like so much, just so much. Oh, got more tweets. Demix cannot stress enough. Were they live updating for me? I think they were live updating for me. Okay, let's scroll under a little more if we can find some more like interesting ones. Honestly, Ericus, okay. My last playthrough of BBS, just before 3 came out, I actually read some of the reports and learned that Ericus, despite everything, was just so excited to see his friend Xehanort return to him. Then 3 showed how close they actually were. Made me cry. I have some friends who I wish would come home. Wow. I never thought of it like that, but that is true. Like that, Ericus is just a lot more of a heartwarming character than like people probably see of him in BBS. We see the like rough, stern Ericus trying to do what's right sort of thing. The light elitist, I guess. But as you can see by his character in Dark Road, Ericus is actually just this lovable kid. And like that's honestly probably like why Ericus is more so like. That's so cool. See Ericus. Demix used to hate him, but after life experiences, can now appreciate the mindset of not wanting to get involved with stuff that isn't his problem, and preferring to do his own thing. Yeah, that's so. I agree. That's really admirable. Roxas and Aqua. His 2 characters seem more like 2 sides of a coin than is let on. With tragic past, both responded differently to the struggles they faced. Roxas got angry and kept moving forward. Aqua had more resilience and faith, but lost it over time. I love both. I think that's a really good way to view them. Sora, assuming you mean original characters, yes. I like all these tweets. These are very cool to like read. Master Xehanort, he's such a meticulous planner, which I see as an amazing trait. Though I know such a trait should be used for good things. There's also him not being unlikably evil. Just leaving a destructive mess, and how he walks with his hands behind his back. Riku has learned to accept, understand, use darkness as an asset, as well as his character development were just were what impacted me most. Roxas for how tragic the story is, for how hard he fought to keep a little of the life he had, but still got it all back in the end because of his influence on Sora. Oh. Sora and Aqua. Sora has changed my lifestyle from the moment I've played Kingdom Hearts and becoming a man who appreciates and accepts everyone's differences and supports them in their varying endeavors. Yeah. Aqua resonates with me the most as someone who will do whatever is necessary to protect the ones she loves and stand up for them when they need it, even if it means spending an eternity in hell. Very powerful and motivational figures. That's beautiful. Roxas, I didn't really get into KH until KH2, and the opening hit really hard. Like him, I too had no idea what was going on. Plus, his backstory so much, and Days solidified that, and his theme. Xion was an interesting example to me of, can you truly ever forget a person? All of the Kingdom Hearts 2 opening plot revolves around Xion's death. It forces Roxas to try and kill the fake Kingdom Hearts. Riku forces him into the data world, all because there's a memory in his head. Yeah. Yep. I think a lot of people view KH2 Sora as an E10 version of Dante with not a whole lot of depth beyond his confidence and snarkiness. Yeah, I think that's the view of him too, but KH2 Sora is actually, like, quite a good character. I think Sora's pretty good throughout most of the series, honestly. But I think we've got the stream on long enough. I had a lot of fun reading your guys' comments and everything, though. Very, very nice read. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. Did I accidentally mute my mic? I don't know if I mute. Hold on. I hope I wasn't muted that long. I beg for on reading your guys'. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I muted myself on accident for a second. I'm glad it wasn't the whole stream. That would have been terrible. But, anyways, all I was really saying was, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I really appreciate you. I gotta force myself to not play Valorant or fighting games to stream with you guys, because every time I do these live streams, I always end them with like a smile on my face, just a feeling of like just gratefulness. I love that, like I have a community like this. But thank you guys for coming out. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.